The following trailer is rated H for honest.
In a world where massively multiplayer online games have fallen from grace, going from the biggest genre in the industry to a handful of games played by only the most dedicated of neckbeards, discover one of the few MMOs that has stood the test of time and survived enough expansions to go full anime. World of Warcraft: Battle for Azeroth. Experience the passage of time firsthand, where long ago WoW's endgame was a massive grind to make potions so you could survive a brutal raid, and the most exciting thing that would happen was getting your corpse camped by a board level 60. But now it's a modern MMO theme park full of sideshows and diversions, and do pretty much anything in the game that's not on super duper hard mode with a handful of randos that you'll never speak to again. In an experience that's been so child-proofed, an unborn fetus could play it. And if you're still nostalgic for the days you had to miss your sister's wedding to a tune for Molten Core, they're bringing that back too. Delve into the long and prestigious history of World of Warcraft. From its inception in 2004 as a story about bitter rival factions of fantasy guys that became some of video games' most on-again, off-again frenemies, over the course of the next million content expansions, where they just stuffed a bunch of new continents in the middle of the map, featuring fighting demons in space hell with flying mounts, beating up skeletons in the Arctic as, ironically, Death Knights, the one where they blew up the world so they could let you fly in it without breaking the entire game, the one with the Kung Fu Pandas, the one that added mystic raids and garrisons so you could sims while you WoW, and tried to retcon the whole story by doing a Biff from Back to the Future. And the most recent expansion, Legion, that brought you demon hunters, artifact weapons, and the return of everyone's favorite literal edgelord, Illidan, that ended up with a giant sword stabbing the planet. Oh, and Sylvanas burned down a tree and everyone hated it. Once you've understood the deep and rich lore of World of Warcraft's past, get ready to button through all the voice acting in the brand new expansion, Battle for Azeroth, that brings the battle back to Alliance versus Horde once again, with a revamped War Mode PvP system that will open up a ton of new skills and stats, Heart of Azeroth equipment that will have you scrambling for upgrade shards, 8 new unlockable races that are really just reskins with antlers or whatever, and 2 new continents full of guys asking you to kill 5 boars, as the Horde and Alliance battle once again over resources, in a war that seems like it came out of nowhere, even in a game called World of Warcraft. But honestly, God bless you if you care about the lore at this point. Everyone else is grinding Dungeon Finder while they watch Vanderpump Rules on their second monitor. Push past all that tedious questing and storytelling and get to the real meat of WoW, side games and collectibles, as you sift through the enormous pile of time-wasting garbage that has accrued in the corners of this game over 14 years, with thousands of armor sets, weapons, and toys to collect to make sure you're looking fly at all times, training pets to battle in a straight-up Pokemon ripoff, sending teams off on excursions like you're playing a mobile game, revisiting your garrison. Oh wait, no one does that anymore. Going back and soloing old raids because you can. And more seasonal events, goofy side quests, and mountains of achievements to gather than anyone but the most dedicated unemployed person could possibly hope to complete. As World of Warcraft pulls out every single trick in the book to keep the happy juice flowing in your brain, desperately trying to stay afloat in a genre that has been drowning for years. And what better way to get people back than returning to some Warcraft 3 shit? Hey you guys, remember Orcs versus Humans? Theramore? You remember? You guys? Please resub. So strap on those pauldrons and struggle to retain consciousness as you tank those ads in a game that has truly stood the test of time despite all odds. Or at least stayed good enough to keep people paying a subscription fee in the year of our Lord 2018. Not to mention those special people who paid a bunch of money to play less of the game. Because why do the journey when you can just buy the destination? Gotta love that late capitalism. Starring Sea of Thix, Heavy Metal Poisoning, Andalites? Who gets this reference? Night or Elves? Literally no difference. Road to Zandalari, Bullwinkles, Nightwell Not Even Once, Asura's Wrath, and the Great Deku. Oh god, it's on fire. World of Hearthstone, Battle for Subscribers. Finding out that Valerian dies was devastating, but nothing was worse than finding out that Leroy Jenkins was staged. I guess nothing is pure in this world. We'll be participating in a special Destiny Forsaken livestream this Saturday, September 1st at 12 p.m. Pacific on our Facebook channel. Join us for a chance to win game codes. Check out the rules in the description box below.